Your OSJ is not your enemy. In fact, your OSJ might be the most undervalued asset inside your advisory business. Today, we're doing a deep dive into a topic that can truly set you apart in the industry, the power of leveraging what I call bold compliance to stand out from other financial advisors in your space. Now, this has the power to grow your advisory business, to turn your OSJ into a real asset and create a greater impact and income for your future. So let's get started. Hi, I'm John Cook. I'm the founder of Advisor Story, where we help financial advisors have greater confidence and clarity to talk about what they do in a remarkably different way. Because life is too short to sound like every other financial advisor. And after working with close to 300 financial advisors and their teams one-on-one with Merrill Lynch, Charles Schwab, Raymond James, Edward Jones, Northwestern Mutual, and independent advisors from all sizes of businesses and offices across North America, I discovered the most undervalued asset for so many advisors is their compliance rep. About 5 years ago, I started interviewing compliance reps, ranging from mid-level reps all the way up to CCOs who are overseeing thousands and thousands of advisors. And what did I discover? Compliance reps are bored out of their minds, including probably yours. And why is that the case? Because whether you believe this or not, or whether you've ever realized it or not before now, your compliance rep likely wants to actually enjoy their work. The number one wish that I hear compliance reps tell me is that they wish more advisors understood your compliance rep wants to be part of a more proactive conversation. And let me be clear, there are, we'll say, a few compliance reps who are simply not fun to work with. That's just how they're wired. Either they're a super stickler, like I call like the Fire Marshal Bill, who is hyper vigilant and abundantly cautious on any request. Maybe that's them. Or they're simply not wanting to try something new based on the past experiences. Maybe they've been in the industry 30, 40 years and saying, don't rock the boat, let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Maybe they're a little jaded, and I get it, that happens. That might be the type of person I was just describing. Even the thought of talking with them more, that might seem like a massive headache, but stick with me here, because what I'm about to share may change how you see your relationship working with your compliance rep. For the most part, the compliance reps that I've talked with are people who want to know that their work actually matters, that what they do is more interesting to them than reviewing the same boring, boilerplate, vanilla flavored trash that every other advisor with some marketing company keeps sending over and over and over again, and nobody reads it. Your compliance rep wishes that you would invite them into a more proactive conversation about how to grow your advisory business. And that's where this idea of bold compliance comes into play. But what is bold compliance? Now, you don't have to be a rocket surgeon to try guessing what's behind the name of bold compliance. But what does it actually mean for you as an advisor? So imagine you're standing in a set area, kind of this safe area where you can see dangers if you go too far outside the set area. And your feet are firmly planted in compliance, in this compliance world. And your feet, they're not moving because you want to stay in the good graces of FINRA or SEC and other type of regulatory agencies who are also looking out for your investor clients just like you are. So many advisors I've met, they're standing with both feet just side by side in this compliance space, sometimes sliding over a little bit, but still doing what virtually every other advisor is doing with their advisory business, not moving too much out of this kind of set small location. But imagine what would change if someone told you that this compliance world is much larger than it may seem right now. What if there's more space to move around and still, of course, stay compliant? And what if you had the boldness to explore more of this area as a financial advisor under the guidance and insight of your OSJ? That's the secret to bold compliance. Trying new ideas, exploring more of the financial advisor space with how you talk about what you do, what makes you different and why it matters while still staying in compliance. By understanding compliance with confidence, you can stand out in a crowded market. And the best way I've seen for bold compliance to work is by inviting your compliance rep into a more proactive conversation. And again, your compliance rep is an asset, not your enemy. So just yesterday, I sat down with the senior managing director of an OSJ that oversees over $800 million of AUM. And one of the key distinctions that he mentioned is that advisors who work with their OSJ and communicate a reasonable vision for how they want to grow their business, reach out to prospective clients, and position their business in an uncommon way, those are the advisors who start to create remarkable differentiation in their area. It starts with changing how you see your compliance rep. Are they an asset who you can trust? Or are they a necessary evil who's only standing in your way? So this bold compliance approach, it shifts our mindset to see compliance as an opportunity instead of a burden. It's about finding innovative ways to communicate and market your expertise while staying within this safe area, within these guidelines. The challenge is your compliance rep, they may not have great past experience with advisors who try to push where this very small circle is right now. Maybe your compliance rep was never told it was okay to try any new ideas that weren't corporate approved first. And that's where building trust is crucial to leveraging bold compliance in your business. So I recommend starting small and build trust faster. So what makes us different from other advisors in our area? That's just one question that can start to change the conversation for you, your team, and your compliance rep. Why do you keep showing up as an advisor? Why do people keep trusting your work and your expertise? If there's one thing you could change about the investing experience for your clients that isn't market specific, and again, not tied to actual market activity, what would that one thing be? Maybe this is the first real opportunity you've given yourself to ask these type of questions, to try something new with how you talk about your advisory business. Maybe you've lived with that same boilerplate approach for years, sounding like every other advisor. Maybe this is a new area, a new territory with trying to show up in a more authentic, vibrant way. It takes time to build that trust, especially with your compliance rep if you're both new to this idea. You maybe even wonder if it's even worth your time because you're already busy enough. But you landed on this video for a reason. What you're doing right now, it isn't getting you the results you truly want, is it? Like if you're being really honest, you're not getting the results you want. That's why you have this video. Bold compliance allows you to stand out from the crowd of other advisors. In some areas, that means that you don't wear a suit and tie, while other advisors do. It might mean that you have more direct, disruptive ways to talk about real issues that investors actually care about. It means that you create content that feels completely different than the other already compliance-approved boilerplate stuff. Does this mean more energy and effort on your part? Sure, of course. But the payoff is that you automatically seem different. So I recommend starting small. Create a new version of your proprietary process that you use to guide your clients every step of the way. Maybe you create a new style of video that you can share on LinkedIn. Like with your compliant rep's blessing, of course, try something new that feels more like you than anything else that you've tried before now. But what if your compliance rep isn't quite ready to take this step with you? I recommend asking them these 3 questions to kickstart the conversation. Since our business is so heavily regulated, what are the top areas or details where you see advisors get into the most trouble? Second question, what's one thing that you would do to grow an advisory business like ours? Third question, with trying new ideas and wanting to include you in a more proactive part of the conversation, where would you like me to start involving you in this process? These 3 questions will kickstart more conversations and you can co-create a more proactive plan. You can get their feedback. You can ask questions ahead of time. You can save you and your team time and frustration knowing you're on the same page with your OSJ before you try something different. And that's how you lean into this idea of bold compliance. You stay safe in a highly regulated world like ours, but taking bolder steps beyond where so many advisors stay comfortable. By understanding and embracing this idea of bold compliance, you can build more trust, you can attract ideal clients, you can make a more meaningful impact in their financial lives while leveraging your compliance rep as a powerful asset. If you're ready to take your advisory business to the next level while staying compliant, be sure to hit subscribe to catch more of my videos about how to have a clear, meaningful message that shows you're remarkably different. Because life is too short to sound like every other financial advisor. Now, where I see a lot of advisors get stuck is not knowing what is my compliance rep even thinking, what's going through their mind, what are their concerns. I can help you with that. I recently interviewed a top compliance officer with one of the largest broker-dealers in North America, and this person provides regulatory oversight for well over 1,000 advisory offices. I created a video about 4 key takeaways from our conversation. Hit play on this next video. I'll see you there.